So I had zero expectations from an MBA. My only expectation was that I am doing an executive one so that I can
Uh-huh.
earn a degree.
Uh-huh.
That much is clear. If I'm going
Uh-huh.
for an executive MBA, I should
Uh-huh.
be able to earn an easy degree while I do everything that I do in my life. So I'm their tech guy. I do the sales, but I also understand the tech, and I
You
also,
get the best of both the worlds, no?
yeah. So in TCS, whatever I was doing was towards the customer experience
Uh,
side, but from a perspective of IT. Right.
mhm.
So I was helping, like in Passport Seva, I was helping out customers that was stuck in a, for example, in their passport process. Right. So I have always been into the process stage of things. So I was always helping somebody out, and that's my motive in the world. I see I'm a big helper. So I have come here in the world, and I'm helping a lot of people out. I called him that, sir, somehow I was out of this folder. I thought I was inside this folder. And because I was out of this folder, I was in the main directory and there were several files that you had kept here. Is there any backup? And he had his heart in his mouth and he was like, okay, you have done a blunder. My business is basically I make songs for people. I make my own songs and make songs for people. Like, for example, if somebody is in Bollywood and they want to dub a song, so they can visit my studio, they can record. We have a recording space, proper recording space, and in this we do all the post processing stuff as well. But what the society taught me was papers are very important. So I thought I'll earn every piece of paper that there is to justify my being in the society. I'll register my company. I'll do whatever there is in my power to earn the MBA. I'll do the PhD and I'll be a speaker somewhere and I'll say my heart out that you don't need all this. So that's my big agenda. That's my big plan.
Now you have opted for an online MBA and that too from VIT Vellore. So two questions out of it. So why an online MBA now? And second is what is your expectation from this MBA? Hello Bhavya, thank you so much for joining in.
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Good. Thank you for asking. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Great. It's a Sunday.
Great.
Enjoying.
Awesome. So, Bhavya, we can see that you
Yeah.
completed your full-time education, that is graduation in year 2021. And
Yes.
since then, you have been into corporate world. So, take
Yeah.
us to your journey.
Sure. My journey has been pretty topsy-turvy, pretty confusing. I was not sure with my career from the start that what I need to go through. Although I had a good passion for music and I've been like on and off doing that behind the scenes whenever I got home. That was my first thing that I tried to do. That was
Wow.
my first thing that I tried to learn, right?
Uh-huh.
And I've met some good acquaintances in that as well. Apart from that, my studies were in physics. So I have
Mhm.
done a bachelor's in physics. I grew fond of physics in 11th and 12th while
Mhm.
I was studying like in my school. So I got into that zone where I used to research a lot and I used to listen to a lot of YouTube podcasts where
Mhm.
Einstein's theories were, getting unraveled and all that. So I got really interested into that side of things, and I think that motivated me into getting to Delhi University.
Mhm.
The first year was also full of surprises in terms of like got my first seat in Backbeat. That was the Music Society of Ramjas College, and
Mhm.
I got into a good exposure in terms
Mhm.
of like how societies are running in colleges and
Mhm.
how they are maintaining all those students and innovating how the music scene is. And I met a lot of artists there, and after that I learned a lot in that groomed environment. And of course, after 1.5 years, it was COVID times, so I
Mhm.
had to back out of the society and the music and everything. And we were like, for 1.5 years we were at our homes, studying and preparing for our exams and all.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So from that point of time, I grew fond of online culture, that studies can be done online. And it's an easy way to get out of all of that, studying and going to the college. And I am a personal person, like I like to sit at my place and I like to work alone. So
Uh-huh.
I grew fond of that you can study, you can, score good marks. It was mostly open book tests as well. So I
Mhm.
got a good grade point of like 9, 9.5, 10. Whereas
Oh,
while
that
college,
too in Delhi University.
yeah, because it was online, it was easy. And like we were scoring what, 6.5 grade points.
Mhm.
And mostly like I was under 7, and then I got to over 9. So that was a big difference that I got. But that also gave me some time to prepare for my MBA for the very first time. So I started preparing for my MBA, like general
Cat.
MBA.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So I studied day and night and I tried to give my best shot. But
Mhm.
due to some issues in my personal life, in my family, I was not able
Mhm.
to do very well on my exam day. And I got
Mhm.
very nervous. And I have this habit that whenever I'm going for an exam, I do get nervous a lot. So I was not able to score well. And I thought that it's not the end of the world. Let's just
Mhm.
try some more exams like in government
Mhm.
and in other parts in
Mhm.
private sectors. So
Mhm.
my mother told me that your friends are all in IT, you have chosen Delhi
Mhm.
University. Now you're already lagging behind in BTech, but there is an opening in TCS Smart Hiring, and that was the
Mhm.
lowest hiring rank for TCS.
Mhm.
So I thought I should give the exam, and I cleared the exam because it has all the general aptitude and all that questions that are
Mhm.
covered in CAT in higher.
Mhm.
So I thought that I should give it. I cleared it, and I cleared the interview, got my placement in TCS. That was back in 2021 December. So
So without being a background of, having a background of IT, you
yeah.
got your first job into IT.
Yeah, so basically they asked me in the interview that if you have basic knowledge over IT, and I will be very honest with you,
Mhm.
they were not interested in, knowing how much coding we know. They
Mhm.
were interested in if we were familiar with computers, that I
Mhm.
was, and they asked me basic questions on C++, which I mugged the day before when I was doing the interview. So I was
Interesting.
pretty confident that I would be able to crack it, although
Uh-huh.
there were 3 rounds and I was scared at that time. But
Mhm.
after that I got into a very good project in Rand Merchant Bank. That's a South African bank. So I
Mhm.
got posted into there, and I had no clue what professionalism is, like what level of work and I'm doing, and I'm just there and I don't know who I'm talking to. So like it was an online
Mhm.
culture for 6 to 8 months, or like one
Mhm.
year we were online, and we were
Mhm.
connecting with our like peers and all that. So
Mhm.
as per any online culture, we were sleeping through the day as well. As my
Yes.
my seniors were calling me, "Bhavya, where are you? Are you
Uh-huh.
available? Are you available?" So they're writing, and
Uh-huh.
I'm replying them, "Yes, yes, yes, I'm available. I'm available." At my laptop and trying to. So that was a fun time. That was a
Yes.
fun time. But as we went to the
Mhm.
office, I had to travel a lot, and
Mhm.
things started getting serious. And after that,
Mhm.
I realized that there is a pain to this job, and
Mhm.
I started earning. But at that point of time, when you travel for 2 hours and then you reach
Mhm.
the office,
Mhm.
because I have to travel from Delhi to Gurgaon, I can't shift.
And it was not at all hybrid, like all 5 days office.
Yeah, starting was hybrid. They
Mhm.
started with 3 days, but
Mhm.
eventually it went even on to 5 days. So for
Okay.
5 days, I had to
Uh-huh.
travel from here
Mhm.
to there, and I was every 2 hours I was crying on my way that I have to go to
Mhm.
my office and I have to come back, because it was hampering my business idea that was like to get into
Mhm.
music for full time. So this
Mhm.
behind is my studio. I've made it recently only. So I
Wow.
do record here and I do all the dubbings here and everything.
Your background actually tells your story and your passion.
So yeah, so I tried my level best to to and fro, go to and fro,
Mhm.
and all those things,
Mhm.
but it was getting very tiring, tiresome
Mhm.
for me. And
Mhm.
after that, I made a blunder at my first job.
Mhm.
I deleted some data of around 13 GB, and it was just one command. If you have
Mhm.
ever used Linux, there's a command called rmrf. So when
Mhm.
you type that command, you have to specify a file name and a file path.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I had been operating for about 12 hours. My senior
Mhm.
wasn't available that day, and I was
Mhm.
like 1 year into IT, and I was not genuinely interested into the field, that the work that I was doing. So
Mhm.
that made that error. I got stressed out. So our website was crashing. So the website was for finance individuals
Uh-huh.
who were trying to get stocks and all that.
Mhm.
So that was crashing again and again. So people
Mhm.
were trying to buy the stocks, and I had to refresh
Mhm.
that website. So I
Mhm.
knew the basic refresh, but I
Mhm.
wasn't into the depth of it because I wasn't interested in the field as such. So
Got it. Very
I
nice.
used certain commands. I had mugged up those commands. So I used certain commands, and I was trying to do that. But the problem was there was a configuration error basically. So I wasn't able to decode that. My senior wasn't available, and somebody after 6 p.m. In my office, my team leader and my manager, they called me that what the fuck is happening? Why you not like helping out in the work, so you should be available since nobody is present. And I was like, okay, that's fine, I should help it out. So I did that, and I started removing the files. I saw that our storage is getting full again and again, not like addressing the core problem. I'm just doing what I do on a general basis.
Yeah.
What happened is
It's very natural because you're not interested in the field. You have to somehow fill the gap. So this is the
exactly.
shortcut you see.
So,
Yeah.
my I did that command, and everything got removed. And my senior, I called him, that sir, somehow I was out of this folder. I thought I was inside this folder, and because I was out of this folder, I was in the main directory, and there were several files that you had kept here. Is there any backup? And he had his heart in his mouth, and he was like, "Okay, you have done a blunder that
Oh
we
God.
can't recover from, and you won't be penalized much for it, but my job is done." So the next day, we are called in for a meeting. Everything was clear. I was crying out loud in the night, and I thought I would be like, what would happen? Although TCS is a very safe company, they won't remove you, but I know I was done from this project. Like at that point, even if I do my best to recover everything, I was done from this project. So that's what happened. They fixed everything. I helped it out. Like they didn't have a backup on GitHub as well for those particular files, and the migrations has had to be done the next week. So next week starting, we had to do all the migration from server. So I was basically in deployment chain when everything is done. So we deploy the software and it becomes live. So we were in that. So all the functional testing and all that, after that we used to manage. So what happens was, I was removed from the project after 2 months. I did pretty good, like in terms of the recovery part of it, and everyone was very happy. But still they had some protocols that we can't keep you as a resource. So that
So
was
how
in
did you manage 3 years in TCS then?
so that was DevOps. I was in DevOps. Apart from that, after 1 year, I started to study for data science as well. So I was interested in SQL and Python. So I started learning SQL and Python since I was in the field. I had to, and I started studying, and I got a pretty good idea about how things work. Then I appeared for an interview in like data analytics. Before that, briefly for a month, I was in a separate project which I wouldn't say that I should mention here, since it was a very short period. I didn't like the managers there, so I thought that I should leave from there. And everybody that was in the team, they were also like, you should leave, like it's not a place for you. You are very young, and this needs a very mature person in terms of like they should have tech experience of about 10-15 years. I don't know why they are hiring you. So I got out of that. That was in the same profile, DevOps and Linux. So after that, I switched to data analytics, and I cracked the interview in Passport Seva India. So in that project, we had multiple shifts, and I was like fed up of that as well, because like they used to call me in like night shift from 10:30 to 6. I did that. Then they called me in afternoon shift, and that was from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. Then they called me in morning shift, that was 9:30 to 6. And then they called me in morning shift, that was 6:30 to 3:30 p.m. in the afternoon. So I did all of those shifts, and my salary didn't justify for the amount of effort I was putting in. And I was traveling. One office was in Gurgaon, one office was in Noida, one office was in Noida sector 80, which was very far from my home. One office was in Delhi, which was a main passport kendra in Delhi. So that was on site. So I did everything. So in that they
And
launched
you
the
are based in Delhi.
yeah.
You are based in Delhi, right?
Yes, I'm based in Delhi, and the major problem is that I have a single mother, so I cannot travel as much as
Mhm.
I would like. I can't
Mhm.
travel, and I can't even like shift to Gurgaon or Noida as such, because I
Mhm.
have shared responsibility at home with my mother. So we both handle everything at my home.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So that was a major reason I wanted to get out of TCS, because one thing that was hampering my personal growth,
Mhm.
second thing it was hampering my learnings,
Mhm.
and third thing it was very tiresome and gruesome for my body and mind. Fourth
Mhm.
thing, that I wasn't getting paid enough. So that is the main
Mhm.
problem. And where I decided that no personal growth is there, I'm not able to crack my cat exam by
Mhm.
joining this, and I'm
Mhm.
not able to do anything about my life. I'm not able to invest time on my music. So all of my time is traveling and then working for my company.
Mhm.
So I thought that I should change this. I should take the charge of it, and I should join a company which is near to my place. So
Mhm.
I started looking for companies in my same area,
Mhm.
but I was not getting the IT job basically
Mhm.
that I
Mhm.
was. So I was like, I should change my job as well, because I feel now that I have like worked in sales and marketing.
Mhm.
It's a better profile for me. It's a very exciting profile for me. I
Mhm.
feel I have learned a lot about digital marketing and all that thing that
Mhm.
I was not aware of, and I was just in one field, that I am providing IT support.
So now you are in IT sales, right?
I'm in IT sales and digital marketing as well. So sales and marketing profile as a whole, I'm handling. So I'm
Mhm.
handling a full product that is based on
Mhm.
WhatsApp API.
So
So
before we talk about this profile, I have just one question about the previous one, which is about that you did your course related to data analytics, and it is mentioned on your profile also that it was
yeah,
from IIT Roorkee.
yeah.
So I wanted to ask, like, who do you think should pursue this kind of program, or who this program is for? What a person or learner or aspirant should
Oh,
expect out of these programs?
okay. These programs are
Because
generally for.
सर्टिफिकेट्स आर लाइक क्लटर्ड मार्केट, एवरीबॉडी इज कंफ्यूज किससे करना है, क्या करना है, ऑल दैट, तो वो किस तरीके के लोग के लिए बना है?
Okay. So if you want to grasp certain theoretical parts that you're not able to do, or you're not able to devote extra time outside of work, so that's a good platform to have your integrated LMS, and go through all of these concepts. But the core still remains the same, that they will help you out with everything. They will test you with quizzes as well, but the core still remains that you have to do the hard coding bit for yourself. For to learn anything in IT, it's not just theoretical, it's practical as such. So when you do hands-on coding, that is the thing that you are doing on your own. In class they will discuss things, but the core concepts are a lot to discuss in 2 hours or 1 hour, whatever the classes are. So we used to take classes for about like 2.5 hours. We used to have our lecture, and it was 3 times a week. But apart from that, it was a requirement that you sit and do that. So I could consider it as such. As compared to my MBA, it was a very difficult course to do, because to clear it, you genuinely need to sit, and you genuinely need to have no job, and just do that particular certification. And
Oh.
I feel it was very gruesome, and if you just want to go over it, like you just want to do it as a certification, which I eventually did, then you won't be able to crack any jobs. But if you really get into the depth of it, and you have done your BTech and everything, so it's a good profile to, it can take you to a data scientist position. Generally, people will consider you, no doubt.
Okay, fine, got it. So yeah, now we would like to go
Yeah.
next about your current thing which you were mentioning.
Yeah, so after that, after completing my 3 years,
Mhm.
I thought that I deserved better in
Mhm.
terms of compensation. That's all.
Mhm.
My company was great, and I was
Mhm.
very happy in TCS. Just the
Mhm.
traveling and the extra things that I wanted to do in life,
Mhm.
this was enabled by a company that was nearby my house. I switched
Mhm.
to American Academy of Financial Management. Now I'm
Mhm.
serving in there as a sales and marketing specialist. So I'm in a marketing team, but I
Mhm.
have a totally separate product that they are selling. So I'm in that product line. So basically, if any product that is coming into the pipeline, they discuss it with me, and I'm also suggesting certain products that, for example, we are in the pipelines for like an AI chatbot that has to be implemented on their website. So
Mhm.
I'm their tech guy. I do the sales, but I also understand the tech, and I
You
also.
get the best of both the worlds, no?
Yeah, so in TCS, whatever I was doing was towards the customer experience
Uh,
side, but from a perspective of IT. Right. So I was helping, like in Passport Seva, I was helping out customers that was stuck in a, for example, in their passport process. Right. So I have always been into the process stage of things. So I was always helping somebody out, and that's my motive in the world. I see I'm a big helper. So I have come here in the world and I'm helping a lot of people out, and that's why I was able to connect with one of your counselors as well, as they are doing a fantastic job in helping people out, find the college of their dreams, like whatever you want. We have specified certain things and you can go through that, and we'll help you out as well. So they were I have to say I was very confused, like with so many colleges and so many courses, and somebody needed to tell me that you just have to focus on these two things, you don't have to get confused. That is your requirement, and you should just focus on two colleges or three colleges to make your final decision, not go everywhere. You just have to be focused towards two or three options.
Thank you so much, Bhavya. Means a lot.
So after that, I got into this sales and marketing role, and I've been doing that, and I'm very happy. Apart from that, I got time to make my studio, and I've started my business as well. I got it registered on Google. You can find
Tell
it.
us more about your business.
My business is basically I make songs for people. I make my own songs and make songs for people. Like, for example, if somebody is in Bollywood and they want to dub a song, so they can visit my studio, they can record. We have a recording space, proper recording space, and in this we do all the post processing stuff as well. So for example,
Wow.
you are making an advertisement or a jingle, so you can contact me for that. So I can make your music, I can make and record your dubbing, I can make your ads. So everything related to audio, we streamline that.
Amazing. And I have also been informed that you have a YouTube channel of yours.
Yeah. So
So this is related to the same domain? Hanji.
yeah, so that is my passionate thing. Like I used to sing, so I thought I should have a YouTube channel, and I started working on it back in 2018, I think. So that is the time I got serious about content, and I started making a few videos, and it was doing pretty well. But because of my corporate responsibilities, I think that hampered a lot, and I thought I need to earn first, and I need to do a lot of societal work to earn that prestige of having a network of people where I can just say that I do these things on an extra, and they will be like, oh wow, you do this as well. So now people are like really appreciative of all the things that I do, and I feel that's a good thing. My education is my priority as of now. I will be completing my MBA and most probably my doctorate as well. I feel that I need to do that to achieve some kind of a feat. So
Oh.
yeah, that's
So
my
your company name is Eclipse Studios, and your YouTube channel will be from your name.
yeah, from Bhavya Satija. You can find my YouTube channel. All my songs and my personal work is there. I have released a song called Yadve, and it has been on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, and all of
Wow. So
these.
please share these links with us, and we'll be happy to put it in the description link for
Sure,
all
sure.
the audience.
Sure. That would be my first thing that I would share to you. That's my prestige. I'm a composer and a writer and a singer. So that's my identity, I feel. So I would be very happy to share those things. And my
Amazing.
since we are on the topic, I would also share that I'm releasing a new song, Tujhi Se, and it is going to be released on 30th of January 2026. So I am currently in the pipelines of making the videos as well while preparing for my exam. So I'm preparing all of that content as well on the side. So yeah, it will be released.
Awesome. So we will put it like if something is ready, or maybe it will be ready in
Yeah,
some time. Just let us know the link, and whenever it
sure.
is ready, because the YouTube videos are like seeds which will grow in
Yeah,
in trees someday.
definitely,
So आप
definitely.
उसके बाद में भी जब आता है तो just let us know
Yes, yes,
these things. We'll just do the little edit on the description. So
definitely.
Bhavya, before we move to the MBA part, I have just one question. Since you mentioned that your studio is about creating jingles and recording, mixing. I'm not from this background, so I don't know much about it. I just want to understand a quick understanding from you. Is this particular thing you feel will be impacted by AI, like the automation which is coming? Because now it is creating images. It was earlier also, it was creating. It is getting better.
Mhm,
Videos people are talking about now. So
mhm.
do you think this is going to impact?
Not as such. For a professional, I feel. For example, if you're a coder,
Mm-hmm.
then you will be able to code better with AI.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not a coder, You'll
Mhm.
be able to code with AI, but you'll not be able to implement it because you're not a fundamental coder. So
Mhm.
that is the same thing. Like if you are a music producer or you are a mixing mastering engineer, which both
Mhm.
of it I am. So
Mhm.
I am able to utilize the AI better for my work. And for example, you are a professional in making PPTs or
Mhm.
you're a professional at podcasts. Then only you will be able to utilize AI for making PPTs and podcasts. It is
Mhm.
not like AI would do all the work for people. Although it can be for amateur like people that don't
Mhm.
want to invest much in like
Mhm.
making something, making a
They are
content.
not looking for something high quality. They are okay getting something out of AI and maybe use it. That's what you feel?
Yeah, so basically AI is not at that level, I think, and I have used AI a lot. I consult AI in my company, so I know that AI is very expensive as of now. It is
Mhm.
not very easy to get a hold of a good software and do all of your work as you want. So that
Mhm.
level of customization you still need people. And in the near future as well, I think the people who are in specialized field will be able to use specialized AI for specialized tasks and able to implement them to the level that they are professional enough.
Mhm.
Otherwise, you'll be very amateur. If you are making
Mhm.
even a graphic, you cannot make if you're not a graphic designer. You'll not be able to use AI to make graphics. But yeah,
Makes sense.
for amateur work, like I was not well with graphics, and I designed my company logo with the help of AI. So those things are of course there. I cannot say that you are not able to do anything with AI has sorted a lot of things out, and there are platforms that are making music for people for free as of now. So they just feed in an idea and all the
Mhm.
music comes out, which was done like in 3 days 4 days back in
Mhm.
like 2 years back, and
Mhm.
10 years back they were taking 1 month for that. So of course the duration of that process is reducing a lot.
Mhm. Now, the next thing which I have in mind is about understanding your current journey in MBA. So, when you decided to do an MBA, I understood that you were, I mean, your first priority was to do a regular MBA back in year 2021, 2022. But now you have opted for an online MBA and that too from VIT Vellore. So, two questions out of it. So, why an online MBA now? And second is, what is your expectation from this MBA? Like, what do you think will come out once you complete your degree?
So I had zero expectations from an MBA. My only expectation was that I am doing an executive one so that I can
Mhm.
earn a degree.
Mhm.
That much is clear. If I'm going
Mhm.
for an executive MBA, I should
Mhm.
be able to earn an easy degree while I do everything that I do in my life. So that was the first thing. Because I already have a lot on my plate. I have a house to
Mhm.
manage.
Mhm.
I have my career to manage. I
Mhm.
have my music studio to run. So I had
Mhm.
three things. I have partners. I have help. Of course, I do have help. But
Mhm.
I wanted a college that can fulfill that thing that I earn a degree first. So
Mhm.
this was probably that. I was already turning 25. So at the time when I was deciding.
Mhm.
So I
Mhm.
thought between 25 and 27, it would be good if
Mhm.
I earn a master's as well because it is
Mhm.
helping out in major domains. So I'm in a startup company, right? In
Mhm.
startup companies, they give you a lot of benefits. Like
Mhm.
if you're doing good work, if you're getting good sales numbers, if you're
Mhm.
doing good marketing work for the company, if you
Mhm.
are positioning your brand in the major leagues, if you have
Mhm.
connects and good network, which I do have, and
Mhm.
an asset, so they will consider you for managerial roles very quickly. So I wanted
Yes.
to make that impact that there are 40-year-olds in the company who are doing pretty well, but they are more towards the family side of things. So they are
Mhm.
earning for their family. Whereas in
Mhm.
contrast, I am a very young professional. So
Mhm.
whatever I'm doing, whatever is in the pipeline, I can discuss it with my directors directly, which many people don't get the benefit of. So
Mhm.
I am young. I can prove my worth in the company. I could
Mhm.
earn a managerial degree, and after that, I could sit at a manager's level role at least.
Mhm.
So that
Mhm.
significantly boosts my chances of you know uh, getting into good positions without having a proper like a regular MBA degree. So I thought
Mhm.
it was a good thing. I should not take a financial hit for MBA. I think it's a good financial hit today, like 25-30 lakhs, and after that you are
Easy.
left jobless. And I feel this year the data has been like flabbergasted. I was flabbergasted that the data is so bad that people are not getting placed because I
It's
follow those
very.
as like iQuanta, etc.
Mhm.
So, like people who are in the field and who are doing the work, they are appreciated. People having degrees are not appreciated today.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, and even after that, also you are in uncertainty. For a MBA, which is delivered in online mode, they are actually meant for executives, like working professionals. So that is the reason they keep it very flexible according to the requirement of the students, because they are all working executive, working professionals. They have
Yeah.
a fresher, and then they also have a 25-year work experience candidate also. So I was looking at. There is one lady, I'm missing out the name. I saw in a news article. She's the oldest MBA passing out in our country. She's 72-year-old, and she has enrolled herself into DY Patil online MBA. So they also shared with me internally, and after that, I saw an article also, just to validate that this is what is happening. So you see that somebody who is just a fresher, maybe 21, 22-year-old, and then someone with so many years of work experience and doing MBA out of passion, and that was her, I guess, second masters. So coming to what we were discussing, you said after that you want to do a doctorate, maybe PhD or DBA, like that. Why so?
It's
मतलब बहुत सारे MBA वाले स्टूडेंट्स नहीं सोचते, दे फील
it's
लाइक कॉर्पोरेट इज द वर्ल्ड, सो वो उस तरफ, उस डायरेक्शन में आगे जाके सोचते नहीं है कि
okay.
ऐसा होना चाहिए या होना
It's
होगा.
just an ego issue. My ego got severely hit that I was not able to convert a general MBA 2 3 years back. So I thought if I go for a master's, I would definitely go for a PhD, because I was told that you're 24 years old and you've not done an MBA and you're not earning enough. So I was like, okay, then I'll do everything in my power to earn the MBA, and then to earn the, so like I'm not a paper guy. See, I've never been on paper, like on paper I mean, like I don't believe in marks, I don't believe in degrees, I don't believe in a piece of paper to tell you that you are enough to earn in a society, or you are enough to be respected in the society. But what the society taught me was papers are very important. So I thought I'll earn every piece of paper that there is to justify my being in the society. I'll register my company. I'll do whatever there is in my power to earn the MBA. I'll do the PhD, and I'll be a speaker somewhere, and I'll say my heart out that you don't need all this. So that's my big agenda. That's my big plan.
Okay, got it. Because I am currently pursuing PhD and I am in my second sem. I mean, it is the first sem which is called coursework, and then 2.5 saal is all research. So initial 6 month, 6 month is coursework, the
Okay.
semester, the theory, then 6 months synopsis and 2 years research. So when I see my when my batches, I mean, there are approximately 50 people, except me, and everybody is a teacher. Like they are into the proper academics, like they're the faculty, they're the professors, or
So
or they want to become a
I feel
professor.
you also feel the same thing, that papers are generally important. That degrees are a piece of paper, but they are very important to
Because we are
justify.
in India, we have to accept it the way
Yeah.
it is. And
So
some people are not just meant for regular programs. So that doesn't mean that we are worthless. So we have to get it somehow.
yeah, so if you're a creative person, that doesn't mean that you should not earn a degree. If you're a creative person, then also you should invest some time and groom yourself and be in the professionals and be in the network. I think the people like us, you and me, we outshine others. Like we do apart so many things apart from the degrees as well. So that is the reason I feel in India you need to do the extra part. Otherwise, people outside of India, they don't need to justify what they are doing, how they are doing it, how they're earning, anything. They don't need justifications. But here in India, yeah, I feel it's a very good thing to embrace all of that. At least you should
You
understand that.
keep learning somehow, not in the
Yeah,
classroom maybe, but I'm learning a lot from my batchmates.
yeah,
Secondly, I also wanted to start some. I mean, I have that teaching wala thing, but not the traditional teaching
traditional
teaching. So we
teacher.
are so
You
we are
have
also
that
working in
Amir
a
Khan
startup.
wala thing from Tare Zameen Par, a crazy
Maybe
teacher.
you can call it that way.
Yeah.
So we are also building a startup at the back end, which is more about teaching people on the sales part. So
Okay.
we feel that sales is a very important skill, but we rarely come across with a practical sales kind of course,
Okay.
because people don't get placed after they are graduate,
Yeah.
and they
That's true.
they feel that sales is a domain which they feel that somehow doesn't match up to. So companies are looking for sales professional. People don't want to be a sales professional. That's the
Okay.
problem in the
Okay.
fresh graduates. Like if you were in your
Can I give
graduate,
you
let's
an insight? Can I give you an insight?
please, please.
Uh, my company had an event at the Lalit in Bombay. Okay, so I went for that event. Just 6 months in the company, they offered me that you head the product and you go and you
Wow.
do the event. Get some exposure.
Uh-huh.
It's good for you.
Uh-huh.
So there was Amar Ujala bonus team and there was AFM team, and I had my product with double tick. So what I'm hearing, teachers from private universities were there, whose kids were like MBA, going to graduate from
Mhm.
MBA, and
Mhm.
they were looking for placements there. And you won't believe they were getting placements for sales, like business development on the
Mhm.
lower level,
Mhm.
absolutely lower level. So that
Mhm.
was placement of around 15,000, 20,000 per month. Content creators, content writers. So MBAs are going for that. So when we
Oh.
look at higher grade, like for the
Mhm.
placement of like IIMs, that's fine. But on the
Mhm.
lower grade, all the private institutions who are
They
offering,
are 90% of the crowd.
yeah, they
We're
are
not talking about the
90%.
10%. We're talking about the majority, 90%,
Exactly.
who will not fit into the tier one
Yeah.
colleges.
So those students might have, pursued their MBA from the private colleges thinking that we'll get 10 lakh, 15 lakh per annum, or maybe 7, 8 lakh, but they won't get that enough. They would get 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 4 lakh per annum. So
That's true.
that is the
And that we
situation
are
right
talking about after MBA. And
after
when I see a
MBA.
lot of graduates,
Yeah.
graduations, like you joined TCS because TCS was a brand name. I mean, that's what I'm guessing. So
Yes, yes.
TCS was a brand name. IT was still a respected kind of domain, okay, if they did. But if somebody who is just after graduation, they will have a taboo in their mind. Sales, oh my God, मतलब sale करना पड़ेगा, like, and that too अगर company सुनी हुई नहीं है, तो फिर तो गए. But after working for 3 years, now you understand बहुत सारे एक्स्ट्रा पर्क्स चाहिए होते हैं. The
Yeah.
person should be paid well, घर के पास होनी चाहिए, और स्टार्टअप्स में आपको हर तरीके का काम देते हैं. Hence, lot of exposure to your plate.
Today, ma'am, I feel every domain you go to, if you're not a specialist of that domain, na, you'll not get any job opportunities. I am saying it right now because I knew certain people from TCS as well who were very into tech. So we were earning what, 3 lakh, 4 lakh per annum, right, at the starting company. So those people are today at 16 lakh, 17 lakh per annum after one switch. So from TCS, I was not able to get that high, but
Mhm.
they were able to get that height because they had the they had the perseverance. So for example, I was like I had a good friend who is still a friend right now. He has joined Nagaro as a senior
Mhm.
engineer. the
Mhm.
the the only caveat was he had a BTech. I didn't have a BTech. So that is a very big criteria for IT companies in hiring. So they will give you automatically very good roles once you have come from a good company with a good experience. So if you're able to crack the interview from IT to IT, the switch is pretty easy. I feel
Mhm.
right now it's very difficult, but yeah,
Mhm.
if you go 5 years down the line, it was very easy back then.
Golden time.
Yeah, 5 years back, 6 years back, if you were already in IT, you were placed at 3 4 LPA, you would be cruising somewhere around 15 16 LPA right now at
Easily.
a minimum. I am saying at a
Mhm.
minimum. I'm saying right
Mhm.
now it's not the case. Even
Mhm.
for MBAs, I think this year I've seen like I've not expected that kind of a change. When I was looking for an MBA last year,
Mhm.
there was so much hype.
Mhm.
Today, zero hype is there for MBA.
Yes.
Zero hype. Sometimes I think like, did I did do the right thing or should I have not enrolled in the MBA after all? Since it feels like there's no bubble now. There is
Mhm.
no bubble. People are like, you know the work. We'll give you as much you want.
Mhm.
You have a degree, but you don't know the work. Doesn't matter to us.
That's true. That's true. But there is still a balance which people are trying to strike. And since you mentioned about the specialized one, when people come out fresh graduates, like these students come out fresh graduates, it takes couple of years to figure out what we want to do in the special domain.
Yeah,
And that is the time when they have to really learn a lot, understand not just about the outer world but from within self also, कि मुझे क्या मजा आ रहा है, लोगों से बात करना पसंद आ रहा है, that means I'm maybe want to be into sales, not manager जो वो सोच के आते हैं बाहर आते से now I'll
exactly.
become the manager.
First,
तो
you'll
वो
be
सारी
a
चीजें
ground
हैं
level
जिसके लिए.
technical person. First, you'll be a ground level technical manager at least. So, first,
Mhm.
you'll have to understand the processes.
Mhm.
So, first, you're an executive. When you start to develop the idea for processes, how processes
Mhm.
are handling, and
Mhm.
what's your responsibility, then you become a technical leader at least. From that
Mhm.
technical leader, you're answer like 5 6 people are answerable to you at least on the
Mhm.
floor.
Mhm.
Then
Mhm.
you get into that position when 10 people, 15 people are answerable from different domains. So you're not just handling one side of tech,
Mhm.
you're
Mhm.
handling this. So there are four type of department that you're handling. So after that you become a manager. You can't be like from an MBA you become a manager. That's not the case.
Yes, and we would love to have you once our this sales school is ready. We
Yeah.
would love to have you because coming from you, and they'll understand that a person who has also got a background of physics, then worked in IT, and now happily choosing this domain and learned so much about that. You had an understanding about IT, you used it. You had an understanding about how people works and all, you used it. You had an understanding about, and you had the passion about थोड़ा ये भी ट्राई करते, थोड़ा ये भी ट्राई करते, जो स्टार्टअप में बहुत ज्यादा सेलिब्रेशन तरीके से लिया जाता है. बिग कंपनीज ऑब्वियसली हैज लॉट ऑफ लेयर्स अराउंड इट.
Yeah,
सो मजा आएगा वो
yeah, yeah.
करने में भी.
So my next target would be product. I
हम्म,
I really am interested in products now. Like, what is the domain about? What
हम्म,
are we selling?
हम्म,
After sales now, I think it's a very good thing to look at products, because when you look at products now, you see timeline, like what is the time right now. Like,
हम्म,
for example, today the time is of AI. So
हम्म,
any product that can depict AI in a good light would
हम्म,
have investors, rushing into you.
हम्म,
So when you have investors, you have a product, you are able to sell that. And sales, as a core, I would say it's just a pain point of a customer. So if you are able to solve a pain point of a customer or a potential buyer, you are able to crack sales. So if you're a good listener, if you're an active listener, you are able to understand what the pain point of a customer is. The customer is yours.
And no magic is needed from
Yeah,
your work.
yeah.
So, Bhavya, we get a lot of students, those who have, queries related to not just MBA, but MCA, MSc, and couple of more masters. अब उसमें when we talk about MBA में बहुत सारा colleges है those who provide this, online MBA, and VIT ने अभी बहुत ज़्यादा पहले से start नहीं किया. It's been like recent, but it's a very well ranked university, which comes as one of the first choices for us also, depending on how what is the student looking at, क्या specialization and so on. तो अगर आप थोड़ा सा overview दे सके, how is your journey going with VIT, when you joined, how many semesters you have given, and so on to the audience.
So it's a very small journey of one semester.
Mhm,
What I've learned is, why I joined VIT was because of the brand name. I've
mhm,
learned in life that if on paper you have good brands associated to you, you'll always be seen in a good light. So always choose a good brand. Don't go for bogus brands who have no name and no, the industry doesn't prefer people from smaller brands. I'll say very plainly. After that, once you've chosen a brand, you stick by it. Whatever the course line guidance are there, you do that. And VIT has a speciality that they will provide a coursework that is easy for everyone to do. They would tell you that whatever is happening in the exams and how to crack it, they would do that. And they had everyday classes. So I thought that weekday, Monday to Friday, if I have one lecture each, so I'll be engaged at least 1 hour a day into the coursework. That is a good thing. And apart from that, their technology is fine. I feel the dashboard needs a little refinement. Sometimes it gets very cluttery, and the mail thing and everything, like the updates and all that, they get very cluttery. After that, I feel VIT is a very good platform also in terms of network. So for whatever I have learned is, like, some good people are here, like from
mhm,
South India, from east, from north, from west. So people from all around India are there because everybody trusts the brand. So in terms of network opportunity, it's a very good place, very helpful people. And I've earned like 4 or 5 good friends who are very helpful. Even at 2 a.m. in the night, they will be out there to solve your problem. I've recently, like, missed. I was going to miss one of my quizzes, and I called a friend of mine, that you help me, and he
mhm.
literally helped me to 2 a.m. in the night.
Wow,
So
so I want to know this. VIT is, in so many rankings, it's top 10 university in our country.
yeah.
So you mentioned, and you are the first one who actually mentioned कि इस तरीके के प्रोग्राम में जहाँ पे जो बैच साइज है it's more than 500 and plus, तो कैसे मैनेज होता है, मतलब what kind of opportunity you get to actually make friends?
So, like, it's not a very big batch size. We have a batch size of around 200 people. So in
Mhm,
our lectures, our teachers are usually saying that 200 people have joined. So let's just start. So
mhm,
around 200 is the batch size. After that, I created a personal WhatsApp community for VIT. So everybody in the VIT community has joined, and I'm the admin of that community. So we are like managing that, and everybody's helping out, like, in terms of assignments. So there are a lot of technical glitches as well. As you know, technology is,
mhm,
वो किसी की सगी नहीं है टेक्नोलॉजी.
mhm,
तो
mhm,
टेक्नोलॉजी में इश्यूज हैपन, ठीक है.
mhm,
एंड VIT में देर इज दिस वेरी crude thing that they won't help you outside of what they help you about. So,
mhm,
like, for example, they will mail you in detail
mhm,
about everything. Everything will be clear, everything will be streamlined. But for XYZ reason you were not able to do something, they can't do anything about it. So don't expect any help from VIT in terms of anything. So everything has been given, every guideline is there. You follow that. If you follow that to perfection, everything is fine. If you are stuck somewhere and you are ticketing them, they would never listen to you and never sort your problems out. So one of this problem I was having, I submitted a quiz and the portal was not working. So maybe the
Mhm.
file size was greater than what was being told to us, like we have to follow
Mhm.
a certain limit. Maybe the file size was greater and I was not able to do it on time, so I raised a ticket like
Mhm.
the same instant. Like I was not able to
Mhm.
do it, so I raised a ticket and attached my paper, and they said clearly we can't do anything about it. You lose your 40 marks here in this assignment. You'll be marked a zero if you're not able to upload it. That's nothing we can do from our end.
So
So
how did you make up to that 40 marks?
nothing. I will have to like study harder for my semester one exams. So that's the case with VIT, that everything is very clear. If you lose marks somewhere because of some kind of technical issue, be prepared for that. They won't be able to listen to you afterhand. So I was very careful about the next submissions and the next quizzes. I did tell them that it's our first quiz, that you do that much consideration, that we are submitting an assignment for the first time and we are not familiarized with the portal. So they were like, while the mock, you should have done that. And they are not explaining much. They're just like very centered
So
and clear.
do you recommend this course to others?
Yeah, definitely. Like if you want an institute who uh, where there is a not there is not no spoon feeding as such, and if you want an institute that uh, gives you time to do your job and do everything that you do, and they won't bother you outside of your mails and the directions that they have provided, so it's a good institute. Although if you are looking for a lot of help from an organization perspective, I think VIT is not the place for you. VIT is a place for where you are just you're just the only priority is to get the MBA. The only priority is to get the MBA. There are some good teachers in good subjects. There are some teachers in some subjects that I would not refer anybody to. So two of my teachers are pretty good in explaining, and three of our teachers are like so. I would play the class in background and just for the attendance sake of it. And some of the things are very complicated in terms of they have some feedback surveys and extra thing that they count for attendance. So that is also some issues that I've encountered. So keeping an attendance track is very important. So whatever they are providing, you need to see that if this is an important core place, that your attendance will be marked. So I think I have completed the attendance criteria on the very last day. I have completed the 75% criteria. So after that
And
I
it will
was
only be completed while watching live class and not the recorded version of it.
live class, recorded class, feedback surveys, that the class was good, what did you learn, and everything, quizzes and
Mhm.
everything. Like they have complicated the process so much that you'll be like, why do I need to have so many things done in order to get the attendance? So I'm having 100% attendance in my class, and then I had not done the feedback surveys, where I'm just people are just like, okay, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. We have just not filled that criteria, and suddenly you see 100 plus 0 is equal to 50%. You are not qualified for the attendance criteria. So that's a lot of detail that I would have to go into. So we can have a separate session, for example, if you want any more details on that. But yeah, the criterias are very specific, and you need to be very open-eyed in terms of, you can't just be at office all the time and you forget that you are doing an MBA. So you have to pay a lot of attention that you are filling in the criterias.
And this is a generic thing which I have come across in the universities in common. The ones, those who are the top ones, like the high ranked and all, they have these automatic kind of, automation kind of. They'll just give you the direction. They'll just give you this thing. This has to be completed. They'll go by simply the rule book. And the ones, those who are like, what we call it, nothing to lose much, or like those kind of university, they're very, very, genuine. They'll come out, they'll help you and all that. So I sometimes feel like ये इसलिए है कि जब ये यहाँ पहुंच जाएंगे तो they'll become like that. Yes, या दुनिया ऐसे ही काम करती है.
नहीं
So
मैम, ऐसा
हाँ
नहीं
जी.
होगा कि दे विल रीच टू द पॉइंट. सबसे बड़ी बात ना, एक भी ऑटोमेशन करना इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट.
हम्म,
सो द ब्रांड्स हु आर एबल टू give the online MBA the level of automation that is required.
हम्म,
So they feel they have done their bit, and
Mhm.
the course is simple enough. So I'm telling you that if you are disciplined, if you are a person that is going on track, you will have no problem. That is
Mhm.
the case. So you will face no problem. Once you have a problem, your problem will not be solved.
Got it.
So either you like ranted with your like partners, you ranted with your like peer groups and all that.
Mhm.
That is possible, and
Mhm.
you'll have a fantastic network. And I feel it's a very good platform of VIT for MBA.
Mhm.
But the thing
Mhm.
is, if you want some help, that
Mhm.
help will not be provided to you. That is the core idea. And
Mhm.
if you want an MBA who where you are doing the MBA and you just see the mails on time, you do everything that is being given, and you are like perfect in your efficiency, you are able to do everything. So it's a very easy course. It's a costing course. Just that I feel sometimes the requirements are so for the
Mhm.
FAT exam. So the main exam are called the FATs. So for the
Mhm.
FATs, we are so engrossed in our quizzes and LMS videos that sometimes it feel like it's very difficult to study for the exams, for the main exams. Although the exams are very easy, but to study for them in depth. So we have so many things to do that to genuinely earn some kind of an intellect, it's very difficult to do that. So you are always engrossed in some kind of work. I am looking at some kind of an assignment, I'm
Mhm.
some looking at some kind of a midterm quiz, I'm
Mhm.
looking at the weekly quiz, I'm looking at that is my attendance over 5 places distributed well
Mhm.
enough, I'm
Mhm.
looking at is there a new update from VIT, is there a new what is happening in the group, where is the core time to study and earn the skill.
So, what is the difficulty level of the exams? I mean, we get
Difficult
this question very often.
Difficulty is like next to nothing. It's like not difficult at all if you are studying in the class. So I'm just saying it very clearly. If you can study even a little bit and you can focus in the class, whatever has been taught. So they have given us very clear idea of what the paper is going to be like. So there is a, for example, a 20 marker quiz, and they have made it very like the internal are a very heavy part of it. So with the
Mhm.
internal and a little bit of like study, you can combine them and earn the required percentage to qualify for the exam. So I feel that is the thing that you have done. So first thing is discipline. You
Mhm.
should know when to study, how to
Mhm.
study, how much to study is very important. The
Mhm.
important question is how much to study. You cannot study like for example, if I'm going for business statistics, I cannot study like a statistician. I just
Mhm.
have to do three questions that are they going to be there in the exam. So those three questions have been done in the class. Of course, there are a plethora of formulas that we need to mug up,
Mhm.
and that
Mhm.
is the thing that I'm saying that you cannot study everything. But in
Mhm.
the main exam as well, they have done the objective type questions, and then there are subjective types. So in that objective type, if you have gone through, so for example,
Mhm.
if 20 questions are there, so objective are 10 marks each, and then
Mhm.
10 question 10 marks each, then 10 question 20 2 marks each. For example, 10 marks for objective first 10 questions, 20 marks for the rest of the questions. So 50 marks you'll cover along with us along with the assignments and everything there only. So
Mhm.
it's good to study for the objective type, and you can clear the exams at least. I feel
Mhm.
rest of it I'll find out in the FATs. Like, so it's
Got
a
it.
pretty
One,
good guess.
all right. Thank you. So one last question is center-based exam. VIT follows center-based exam, and there are a lot of university those who are like you can give it from your home. It is D2D mode, like direct to device, and they can give online on their laptop. But in VIT they have a center-based exam. तो उसकी वजह से बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स को थोड़ा सा कंफर्ट लेवल कम हो जाता है. तो उस पे कुछ बताओ कि क्या ये बहुत डरने की वाली बात है या इट्स लाइक नॉर्मल.
I've not visited the center as of now since the first sem is not over. I would be able to answer it particularly well after the exams. So I feel it's a good way to gauge the performance of the students. At least if you're studied a little bit, so you should be in that environment. So I'll say that VIT gives the closest platform to an actual college. So we have actual deadlines. We have to be actually disciplined, we have to actually go to the centers. Everything is provided over our mail. If we are studying our mails regularly, if we are studying the platform regularly, so if we are regularly on the VIT platform, we'll be knowing where the notes are, where the class things are, where the study material is, what is being taught in the class, what is our personal notes, how do we crack the exam. So we need to be very present there. So invest towards, I'll be saying to myself, as for uh, everyone who has been joining to, and everyone who plans to join to VIT, be very disciplined with your work. Don't take it lightly, because VIT doesn't give second chance to you. They will ask you straight out that you pay this much and give the exam again. So if you're smart enough from the brain, you'll be able to crack it, and the exam center are not an issue. VIT streamlines the processes very well. They, apart from like technical issues that have been there and people have been struggling, but the main problem would be towards your end of the bargain, that is your discipline. So
Mhm.
problems arise when we are not doing certain things right, so they demand us that you do everything right. And if
Mhm.
you're not able to do everything right, then, and if you need help with like technology, if you like, for
Mhm.
example, in my college there are people who are 45 plus, 50 plus, who have been industry veterans, and they are not able to now. There's this latest issue of like the papers are typed in, so we have to type in the answer even for statistics. So they have given us the guideline, so they are listening to the students, the people who were typing. So for example, we were writing the midterm, so I got, my hands were done, like I haven't like touched the pen in so long for that exam length kind of a thing. So I was very scared, like what I would do in the exams. So might have been some previous batch would also have been facing that same issue in the, क्योंकि main exam में there are 5 questions and there are 10 marks question each, so people have to write a lot, so maybe people were crying there. So now they sorted that process. You just write the basic headlines of that topic. You write the pointers, you don't write in extensively, but you type all that answers, it's easier. So they are
Mhm.
easing the process, they are automating the process.
So they're
And
listening and they're changing it.
exactly. So in an AI first world, if you want to be a manager, what is the required thing? That you ease the process. So they are a very process based and a very smart institution in general, and they are non-forgiving. So if you make a mistake, you're done. So if
I
I,
love it, Bhavya. I love it.
yeah,
You know, I get a lot of students those who keep crying. ये नहीं पता ऐसे नहीं हुआ ऐसे नहीं हुआ ऐसे. But when I talk to the the working professionals and the people those who take the ownership, they always talk about boss वहाँ से सब हो गया है. It's me who has to open the thing. It's me who has to read it. It's me
they won't
who has to
spoon feed
abide
you.
by.
They won't call you that you have an attendance issue. Somebody
Mhm.
from your team only, Nikita, I think they called me
Mhm.
that,
Mhm.
Bhavya, you have been doing pretty well on your attendance part, but you need to see these things also. So I was like, oh, okay, okay. Then I went into the portal, and I saw this yellow colored mark. So, okay, this quiz was logged in September. I didn't see that. And what
Mhm.
was it about? It was just about, okay, you just have to uh, see that people are writing no doubts and submitting the survey. So survey is very important in there. So nobody communicated to us in like the program that you go there like,
Must
but
have been some email or something.
yeah, but it's in the mail. If you
Yes.
are very thorough with everything, so when you are thorough person, it's a piece of cake.
And
I'd
that
say.
was the reason I got Nikita in place, because I saw a lot of students were struggling because they needed some telephonic reminders and not just random stuff. So we thought, Nikita, we need you. So we
So
got her in place.
I feel your organization is doing a very fantastic job in terms of like you are guiding the students. I still remember I saw the FMS video, which was one of your more views and viral kind of a video. I was going through that, of course. So because I was so confused at what to do, I was having so many organizations that I wanted to try and get into a good MBA. So I started with DY Patil in terms of my research, but like I think Jasleen was there from your team. I don't remember the name exactly. Somebody was there. They guided me a lot, and I
Mhm.
was able to finalize my college. And if even after finalizing my college, from the first receipts of the payments and all that, they sorted it out. My loan process was also very cumbersome because I was not getting a loan easily,
Mhm.
despite of having a fantastic score of around 800 in my credits. So I was not getting a loan as well, so they helped me in loan approvals. And now whenever there is a situation that they can call me about reminders to everything, which I'm going to miss for sure with kind of the life that I live, that I'm for sure going to get into a doomsday situation, then they are helping me out so much. I like your team is fantastic, ma'am. Your team is absolutely amazing.
Thank you so much, Bhavya. I can't tell you these statements keep us alive.
Yeah.
Otherwise, बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है. Lot of stuff to manage. और आपको ऐसा लगता है कई बार कि यार आर यू रियली मेकिंग सम सेंस आउट ऑफ इट? कुछ मीनिंग क्रिएट हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा है? तो बहुत
Yeah.
डाउट्स होने लग जाते हैं, बट
Yeah.
दीज थिंग्स रियली,
So you
यू नो,
don't have to
लाइक
keep any doubt. Like I am a student who is currently enrolled into an MBA program because of you, and I'm saying that your team is doing a fantastic job at what they do. And I would say that for this college, teams like yours are very important. People can get into situations, and I feel you are the only ones who are listening. And I'm like first thing in my WhatsApp, I feel I type to Jyoti Nilani's team that whatever is happening, ma'am, ye ho gaya hai, and I'm in a blunder, and can you help me out? And like, huh, you can solve this by this. Okay, 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 I'll do that. So it's a very easy thing, but people get anxious because they have very busy
we
life.
don't have the direct, like we have a direct group with VIT also, like where all those VIT people are there, and their backend is handled by Emeritus. So we have a direct group with them also. So whatever you tell to your mentor, and you are confused with Jaslin. I mean, we don't have any Jaslin, but I'll check at the background. So
Yeah,
maybe Raminder, or maybe I don't know, maybe Nishant. So what we do is we listen to this place, and it goes to the backend person Nikita, and then Nikita puts it in both the groups, and
yeah.
then they'll be after their life. इस पे reply करो, इस पे reply करो. So that's what we do.
Yeah, so overall a great experience. For MBA, I would say VIT is a good institution. You have to be disciplined. You have to be on time, on point. I have certain cons as well, but I would discuss it after my fat because I would be having a much clearer view about like the MBA process till the exams. So for the full semester, I would have been enrolled in VIT, and I would tell you in detail about the cons. There are a lot of cons, of course. So for certain students, it can be a very blunderful place to do your MBA from. But as for now, I would say if you're a disciplined enough person, if you check your mails, if you check their dashboard, most of things will be sorted out. And if you are attending the classes, the teacher will help you out for the exams point of view. You will not get fantastic education point like studies because they only have 1 hour to just go through the PPT. So they'll be just like this is a topic, this is a topic, this is a topic, this is a topic. So they'll be doing that as well. So but then again they have to do that because they have 1 hour to deliver and there are so many topics to study. So I was comfortable with that because I have already done my the data science course, which has even more topics. So MBA was relatively easy. So I was like, ha, I'm familiar with what is going to happen. So it's going to be an executive MBA at last. So if you are interested in an MBA and you are interested in a degree, and if you want to save some money and you want to do real work apart from an MBA, so I would say that today is the best time to enroll for an executive MBA. And if you do that, a VIT is a very good platform if you're a disciplined enough person who can do the tasks on time. And
Awesome.
if you're not doing your task on time, if you miss deadlines and you are not a disciplined person, God save you. Because VIT won't.
VIT
So
won't.
you
Oh
can
God.
make the thumbnail VIT won't help you.
Yeah. VIT won't tell me. Then they are going to send me an email.
They will send you an email.
They are email person.
Yeah, but these are opinions, and I like personally have that opinion. I think many of the students in VIT in the groups have the same opinion
Hmm.
for sure.
I'm
But
sure. I'm
we praise VIT a lot. We praise VIT a lot for the systems they have built. So VIT is an IT company
sure.
for
Yes.
sure. So they have nailed that. They have made systems for everything. So as far as you are able to follow the systems, you'll be fine.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bhavya.
Yeah.
So that's it. I don't have any question with me. And
Thank
thank
you.
you so much for allowing us to put your LinkedIn link also on the description box. And since you are
Sure.
already an admin of the students, तो आपके बैच के स्टूडेंट्स
Yeah,
के
of course.
साथ तो they'll
I will be
be
sharing your the full video to there as well.
awesome. So मैं इससे क्या होगा ना, हेल्प हो जाएगा क्योंकि स्टूडेंट्स कीप कमिंग एंड कीप आस्किंग सम क्वेश्चंस. So a lot of questions are already answered by the mentors, but sometimes we need a help of students like yours, those who are in the classroom, in the batch, in the
Yeah.
program. They can answer it better. So
Yes.
they might reach out to you and through LinkedIn and all, and you can respond them as per your convenience.
Definitely, ma'am. Thank you. It was so nice talking to you.
Same here. Thank you so much for your time, even on Sunday. Really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.